Welcome to season number 3, part 1 of the Venezia save. Now we're going to start off on this page because we're going to give you a few updates of things that have been happening behind the scenes and things that I want to happen this season because I missed out and I was lapsed on a few different aspects of the club that I wanted to do last season, mainly because of how much I was trying to focus on what was going on the pitch and it wasn't really working out. So board request, the improved transfer facilities has started. Right at the end of the season, I requested it. It got accepted. It will be completed this season. That's a good thing because, of course, the more the facilities are better, the more that our players will develop in the long run. Now, we have just signed a new contract, and that's obviously a great thing. But the club vision, again, they want mid-table finish, which can be difficult. I think we're very lucky last season where we finished. The fact that it was classed as mid-table. But there we go. We need to keep them happy because they are very much an ambitious club now. Manipulated to finish in 14th. So, yeah, we need to keep up with that. But yeah, like I said, we have just signed a new contract. Let's take a look. If we go to my contract, we can see we are now offered, we were now offered an extra 3-year deal. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic for me. And hopefully we can do a little bit with that. We were given a bit of a transfer budget and there has been some movement in the transfer market. On the outs though, unfortunately, Gianluca Busio, a guy that you guys in the comments have been absolutely loving. I'm so disappointed that we could not keep hold of him. He had 1 year left on his deal and unfortunately he wanted out. He would not sign a new deal. He does have a good potential obviously in the game. He was pretty much our best player. Had 2 really good seasons for us in Syria. We bought him for £8 million. We only sold him for just short of £8 million. It's a bit annoying, but we could not for love nor money get any more than what was offered here. But I think what we have done is reinvested that money rather well. He wasn't the only big out though. Thomas Henry, or Thomas Henry, a few people have told me that he is pronounced, has also left the club. The Frenchman, 28 years of age now. He has gone to Empoli in the same league, £6.5 million. We got a little bit of extra cash for him. We've been using him in bit parts, and last season he was our main striker and he only got 4 goals. So I don't think we can consider that a big success in my opinion. I think we need to chop and change around and maybe try something different, and I have definitely brought in what I consider to be a better signing. Now, with our philosophy of only signing 23 years of age or under and having sort of like a DNA of the club, one of the first players that I'm going to introduce you to here is the defender that we have on loan from Juve, 21 years of age. He's more of a squad player to give us a little bit of backup at the back. We don't have any loan options to make it a permanent deal, but he was a loan signing we brought in. We have also signed a goalkeeper who is actually our first choice. We did not activate Lucas Canizares' deal as a permanent transfer. João Valido, this is a bargain. An absolute bargain steal because he's only 23 years of age. He is a fantastic goalkeeper for the league that we're in at our standard, and yet 600k we picked him up for. That's really good. I can't complain with that. Probably the best bit of business that we have done so far this preseason. Marco Brescianini has joined us from AC Milan again, just turned 23, £1.1 million. As a Busio replacement, it's not that bad. He's not as good as Busio, but he's hardly like a lot worse considering. We've also brought in a regen, 16 years of age. Jose Carlos looks phenomenal from Real Betis. Of course, we've done a rebuild on Real Betis recently. I hope you've checked that out and enjoyed it. He looks incredible for 16, so I'm really happy to bring him in. Has definitely the attributes that I like to see in mental attributes, and he's only 16, so he's grown really well to begin with. But this is what we're talking about. These 2 signings here. Bosco Sotolo comes in from Atalanta, 23 years of age, £2.9 million. A great defender who can play across the back line and is going to be a great squad player for us. Great, again, mental attributes where we need him to be defensively. Fantastic for us. But the best signing of the summer, Brenner. Yes, 23 years old, Brazilian. Now, I do question the non-EU rule. I'm so confused by it. I know a lot of you guys are confused by it and don't quite know how it works. Even a lot of Italians don't know how it works. That's how bad it is. But we don't have to worry about that because Brenner has a dual nationality of also being Italian. I'm so happy with that. I am so happy with that. So he comes in as an actual Italian player. We don't have to to worry about that, and he's phenomenal. Great technical attributes, of course. The physicals are fantastic. He's a different type of striker that we did not have at the club. All we had was the big, tall, lanky, strong, target forward type strikers. Now we have Brenner, who's very different to Forte, and hopefully we can get them combining as a pair because we've changed the tactic around. But before we take a look at the tactic, today's video is sponsored by SPITCH. They are the ultimate fantasy football app that is brand new to the market. It's available in the UK and Ireland, but you have to be 18 years of age or older to enter and take part. However, it is free, of course, to take part, and you can even join community leagues like mine. I've created a league so you can join and you can battle against me on a week-by-week basis, and I even think we'll make a dance in there too. And I say week-to-week basis because the best thing about SPITCH is that you don't have to worry about forgetting a week. Gone are the days where you lock in your team for fantasy football and then the next week you forget and you're stuck with a player that isn't playing or injured or suspended. Not with SPITCH. This time round, you don't have to worry about that because every single week is a different time that you can compete against your friends and win a lot of money. £70,000 a week for competitive prizes, and yet it's free to take part. There's also tons of statistical analysis on the app itself, so you can do a little bit of research like Omega Dad would do to pick your team. So if you use my link down below in the description, it is free to register and it's as easy as doing just this. You can take part and you'd also be supporting me as a content creator, so thank you very much for that. And of course, I'm gonna leave the link down there for my community league so you can take part, join, and then of course come up against me and the community and Dad. Thank you very much to SPITCH. So the tactic then, I've changed it drastically. We're going to a 5-3-2. This is very much an Italian Serie A type of tactic that we have seen in most recent iterations of Football Manager, and we see a lot of the teams that we come up against playing a tactic like this. My reasons for it, I just don't think that we were coming up with anything strong enough, which was secure at the back, but also scoring the goals. First season, we struggled to score goals. The second season, we were conceding loads. This time round, I think this tactic will be a hybrid of both because defensively, we should be a little bit more secure. We've signed a couple of really good defenders, not to mention the three at the back now situation does help us, and they have roles to stay wider and tackle harder. For instance, the one in the middle is just tackle harder, and there we go, stay wider on that one. The wing backs, they're on automatic, so that'll be set to how our mentality is. So if we decide to go cautious during a game when we're playing, because of course we will have a match today, then that will change and alter for that. But if we do take a look at the wing backs there, we have take more risk, shoot less often, ease off tackles. I don't want them to just start snapping players on the wing and get themselves suspended. Not for me. No, in the midfield though, we have a ball winner midfielder. That's obviously the guy that we were using last year in the ball winner midfielder. Take more risk, dribble more often, shoot less often, and mark tighter. And the deep line playmaker, dribble more, tackle harder, mark tighter. The attacking midfielder, this is where I've allowed to just do as many different instructions as possible, because when you select something like a shadow striker, it kind of selects things for you, whereas this way I can select them myself. So that's what I'm doing there. And of course, up top, we have two poachers. I really like the poacher role this year. I really do. We got mark tighter, but tackle harder selected on both because we're pressing high up the pitch. Attacking mentality, higher tempo, shorter passing directness. We got more options now, I think. More triangles to pass it. We got a counter press, and then on the counter as well, taking short kicks quickly. We are using the offside trap, much higher line of engagement, high defensive line, and a much more trigger press. And so far this season, we are doing really well. We won 5-1 against Perugia in the cup. In the first round, we beat Roma 1-0. So that's a fantastic result, and Parma 2-0. Brenner and Diamonde getting on the score sheet there. So finally, I was able to register Diamonde as a non-EU player, so he has been playing a few games for us, scored 1 goal already. So that's fantastic, although he does want to leave. So dynamics-wise, that might be a problem going forward. At the minute, we still have a good team cohesion. We have a very good club atmosphere, and we have a very good managerial support. These are the type of things that I want to try and remember to show you as much as possible throughout this series. If it means it spends a little bit more time, then I hope you guys are okay with that. This is our hierarchy right now, so eventually we need to get as many of these other players up into highly influential players, because a few of these players might not be around much longer if we're buying replacements season by season, because they're not going to take us to the league title. They're definitely not going to take us to the Champions League, are they? There's a little social group look for you. So there, that's our goalkeeper. He feels a little bit left out. Shame, he's in the others all by himself. Bosco Satulos took the youngster under his player's wing, I guess, Jose Carlos, so that's good for him. I can't go out drinking with him though, can I? So that's a shame. But all in all, looks like we got some good feedback so far. So we're going to simulate the rest of this episode up until we come back, probably against the Lecce game, 17th of December. And let's see where we are at that point and see how we are in the league, because currently we're sat in third. I'll see you in a bit. Right, change of plans. Seeing as we haven't done one yet, let's do a Coppa Italia match against Crotone. They're in Serie B, so we should see a good result from us. It is the last game before we have the winter break as well, so we don't have to rest anybody, because Atalanta is not until a couple of weeks' time. But look how we've done so far this season. We've actually done absolutely fantastic. Every single month other than December has been good. We had a 4-2 victory against Genoa, a 1-0 loss against Milan there, but we ended the month on a high of a 1-0 win against Torino. After losing there to Napoli, a draw to Empoli, we had 2 great results there, including a 3-0 victory against Fiorentina. Yes! Francesco Forte with a brace and Brenner with a penalty. Lazio, we also defeated them. We're on fire right now. Sampdoria, another 3-0 victory. Brenner and Forte both getting on the score sheet yet again. The 2 poachers are loving playing against, well, playing up top with each other. Only a 1-0 win against Inter Milan. A 2-2 draw against Juve, even though we were down to 10 men for Bosco Sotolo getting sent off. Lecce was a 0-0 draw, unfortunately though, so that is 2 points dropped in my opinion. And yet, we are still positioned so well in the league. 5th place, 28 points, just 3 points behind the top 4. Ahead of Atalanta, Lazio, Fiorentina, Torino, Roma. All of these massive Italian sides halfway through the season-ish, and we're ahead of them. Not bad whatsoever. So we're going to take on Crotone today in the cup. And see how we get on. Right, so if we're looking at this is what we've been playing throughout the majority of the seasons. Both strikers have 13 goals apiece. Unbelievable stuff from them. Okay, attacking midfield, I've been training Sheldrop to play in there. Let's see if he has been playing there. I do want to see whether the assistant has been playing in there. He hasn't really. No, that's disappointing. He's kind of like as a secondary striker. Let's play him there. I want to see if he's good enough there, so we'll see what he is like in that position. We've got Luca Figlioladino, who is the deep line playmaker. The ball winner, of course, is Cameron Puertas. Fantastic player for us that we picked up last season. On the right, we got Del Prato, because across the back 3, we're kind of weak in that area in the fact that we don't have a lot of options, which is why we loaned the guy from Juve. But Scalvini can go in the middle there. Bosco Sotolo on the right. And then we've got Cecchironi on the left, who is left-footed. So it suits him to be on that side. They've been playing well with each other all season. It's just this little midfield. They might be having a little bit of a mishap between the 2. But I think we should be all good to go. Brescanini is out injured right now, 9 days to 4 weeks. Let's bring in Diamonde into the substitute bench there. He also hasn't been playing that much. What I think has been happening is that Aramu has been the guy who's been playing in this centre attacking midfield role. He's been playing 15 games with 1 goal, 5 assists. It's hard to argue with the assistant manager because of how well we've been doing, but still, I would rather play either Sheldrop or Diamonde in that position. I wasn't really sure which one, which is why I never secured him in the role. And then the assistant played neither. But that's obviously what happens when you simulate these seasons. You go on holiday and only select a certain amount of players. But okay, how are we going to do in this? Now, the Coppa Italia is obviously a tournament or competition that I really want to win at some point, but maybe not expected to win until a little bit later on, when we are kind of a little bit further on in our campaign or our career here in Venice. I'm more worried about the league at this point in time, but it's just interesting to have a good cup run, and it's a game, oh my god, we almost scored then. It's a game that I'm expecting to win, and obviously progress through. If we can get to the latter stages, fantastic. Brenner's in already. It's a lovely ball. 8 minutes in, Sheldrop got the assist. It was a lovely little assist as well. A fantastic little dink over the goalkeeper. Floridino Scalvini to Sheldrop. Sees the early run to Brenner. Oh, I love that goal. That is a lovely little goal. You can just see where we're breaking up interceptions, quick little passes, and we're in. And before they know it, they've already conceded a goal. It's perfect from us. Jose Carlos dispossesses the ball. It's good to see that he's already having a great game considering he's only 16 years of age. He seems to be getting a good average rating. so far this season. So putting my trust in him has definitely worked, because we do have options at left back, like Haps, for instance. Puertes, he has a pop. Oh my God. Cameron Puertes is fantastic. I mean, we've bought him to be the ball winner, not to be the outstanding shot taker. That's a phenomenal goal. In off the crossbar. What a goal that is. And already 2-0, keep us to no chance. In off the crossbar from about 25 yards. A fantastic goal. It's 2-0 and only about 24 minutes gone. I mean, you can see from our heat map here just how high the fullbacks are sitting. We're almost playing in a 3-5-2. Sometimes even a 3-4-3 because of how high Sheldrick can be when he picks up the ball. And that's definitely what I want to see. Against the teams which are probably better than us, those fullbacks are going to be further back and we might be pinned back a little bit more. But when we're in control and on the attack like we are against Crotone for now, for instance, that's when these guys have the license to sit so high up the pitch. You can see them pinning their wingers back. They don't stand a chance coming up because they have to mark. Or else, this happens. Del Prato is unlucky. Shoutout took a run. Oh, Forte's in and he wants a chip as well. He's seen Brenner get a chip. Everybody's getting a chip. There's salt and pepper going everywhere. This keeper's got vinegar in his eyes. It's amazing. And it's 3-0 to Venezia. Got vinegar in his eyes. Oh, God. Again, though, it's a great goal. It is a great goal from Forte. Half time then. We're looking very strong indeed. I'm very happy with this. We've had so many shots. They haven't really had much to come back for. And if you take a look at our ratings, it's only our defense who doesn't have a 7. And that's probably because they don't really have much to do. They do have something to do here, though. They have to defend this free kick. It's unlucky Belfodé with an attack there, or a header on the ball. But yeah, Jose Carlos dropping down to 6.9. I'm still really happy with how he's been doing this season. We can see we've had so many shots. All of the shots that we've had on target, well, all the shots in the game that's been on target have been ours. 61% possession. We're still keeping hold of the ball so much compared to the opposition team. We just need to stop attacks like that. They have scored. That's disappointing. Defensively there, that's really disappointing. I think this counts as a goal. No, this is going to be disallowed because he doesn't retrieve the ball. When they retrieve the ball, it means goal. This isn't going to be allowed. It is allowed. What? Fair enough. All right, okay. Well, that's a lie then. Bloody hell. Okay, right, let's make some substitutes then, because there's a couple of players I want to give some game time to, including Diamonde. We might as well see him now. We haven't seen him at all on the series yet, so it'll be a good time to bring him in to the game. Del Prato has picked up a yellow. I want to make sure he doesn't get himself sent off. And to be honest, I think if we bring on Aramu for Puertes and we swap Diamonde and Aramu round, that might be a better option, because Puertes right now has another yellow. We don't want him to get sent off. We've seen him get a red card recently. Swap those two around so Diamonde is the more attacking player. So let's give an advanced playmaker. We might as well go a little bit more attacking and try this out. We're 3-1 up. I very much doubt we'll concede another 2, famous last words, when we are this much in control. Goalkeeper clears it long. It's up to our defenders though to bring it down. There we go. Scalvini, back to him. Back to Jose Carlos, a 16-year-old. It's lovely play from him. Forte picks it up. Good hold-up plays. A nice little 1-2. Back to Diamonde. In a more advanced role, what can you do? Back to Jose Carlos. We're attacking down this left-hand side really well. Keeping the ball. Diamonde plays it across. Forte taps it to Aramu. It's a wonderful goal. It's a wonderful goal. Absolutely fantastic. Attacking play down that left-hand side. And Crotone just didn't really stand a chance there. They could not get the ball off of us. Jose Carlos, Diamonde, Forte, every single one of them. Superb for Aramu just to smash the ball into an empty net in that far corner. Beautiful. I'm going to take this opportunity while they try and score a free kick to tell you about that second channel that I was on about that me and my dad have, of course, where we talk about real life football. Alpha and Omega Football. Make sure you take a look. The link is down below in the description. Come across. We're talking about loads of different topics around the world of real life football, and I know you guys will enjoy it. Okay, 4-1 with about 5 to 10 minutes to go before we go into extra time or injury time. Crotone do look like they're going to try and push for another attack though. Is it just wasted opportunities? This is the question. Or are we just going to counter and just make it even more embarrassing? I can see us being through to the next round quite easily here. It's very unlikely they're going to score 3 here. They do have a Rezo. How amazing they have Batias Rezo. Now this is not the updated database, so they don't have like Rezo isn't at Granada, for instance, and we don't have Nani, or we didn't have Nani anyway. Obviously, you've probably seen that. He's on side, I think. I think he is. There's a very bad clearance. I mean, that's the reason why, obviously, last season, we were conceding so many. It was disallowed. Okay, so it was just offside. VAR saving us there. Is he off? Oh, only just. Only just. Bosco Satulo manages to get him offside right at the right time. But let's see if we can just count down the clocks now. I don't want to see any more highlights unless it's another... Oh, come on, please. Throws it long to Jose Carlos. This left-hand side, we've been deadly down here. And Jose Carlos, considering his 16, has been at the forefront of it. Diamonde as an attacking playmaker, very good. Or advanced playmaker, Aramu. Is that a penalty? No, it's not going to be given as a penalty. It's a good opportunity, though. We've tried clearing it long, but all the way to Scalvini. Ceccheroni, seen a long ball to Forte. We can be direct with him. That's the beauty of having him. But they're going to catch us on the break here. Vulic is in. Vulic has took it too wide. He should have took a shot. Arezzo's there. Benali. It's another wasted opportunity for Caccione. They've had so many chances, really. And they actually scored from it. What a header that is. How has he scored from that? Unbelievable header. Fair play. Fair play. That is a fantastic header at the back post. Molina's done very well to smash that all the way back across, but the header, the keeper is slightly at fault there. It's bad goalkeeping. It's like he thinks it's going wide and it just hits the inside of the post. He's like, oh no. Yes, terrible from you. 93rd minute now. We're still having highlights. Messias Jr. plays out to Molina. I mean, if this is 4-3, oh my God. Appalling from us defensively. Again, here we go. We're trying again to push for another one. Only 30 seconds left. Fiordolino to Satulo. Mazzocchi's very attacking, so this wing-back row is perfect for him. Is that a red card? Come on, ref. That's unnecessary. It's only a yellow. What a ball that is. So Paolo picks it up. 94 minutes. They've cleared it long. Just blow the whistle, ref. It's time. Jose Carlos to Satulo. Jose Carlos again has found Mazzocchi. Blow the whistle, referee. We're through to the next round. It's time to take our winter break. For the love of God, there we go. 4-2. Again, going forward, fantastic. At the back, not so good. Well done, lads. That's all I'll say, though. Things that we need to work on. But, of course, we've got a few young defenders that they need to work with each other a little bit more, don't they? They need to work a little bit more. We need a little bit more strength and depth there. They're probably playing way too many games. Scalvini especially looks like he is absolutely stumped. He needs a rest. He has that Christmas break now. Right, thank you very much for watching, viewers. We're going to come back, of course, for the next episode, which will be tomorrow. We'll play January through, and we'll probably come back through for the Genoa game. Maybe actually we'll come back for the AC Milan, because that we've seen a Genoa match already. We can come back for the AC Milan match, of course, and then we'll see if anything happened during January. We don't have any money right now, but who knows what will happen during that time. So if something does happen, we can talk about it, and then of course we'll simulate the final part of season number 3 and see where we end up. Hope you've been enjoying the videos. Please smash a like if you can, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Remember, the link to me and Dad's channel is down below. Thank you once again to SPITCH. Join our community league so you can face off against me in there. Fantasy football. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.